Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Independence Day. Independence Day celebration. We are on the hill. Testing, testing. We are testing. On the hill, testing. Independence Week. Independence Week. Testing on the hill. Joy, pain, sunshine, and rain. I'm going to say that for the slow people that can't catch on to what I'm saying. Joy, pain, sunshine, in the rain. That's for the slow people. Man. Man, I got a whole, we's got a whole heap of junk, I mean, and the thing is, this is dangerous and true. It's true. These are facts. Kidnapping. Using bargaining chips to, man, the kidnapping is, that's crazy, For instance, a red-headed woman has a daughter. The daughter hair is brunette. We did some researching. That ain't your daughter. And everybody that claim that they ride with God, that they are working for God, they don't. There's a whole heap of people out here claiming fame. What they doing? It's sad though. They using God's name to fill their pockets, and it's very few that God, but God would let you ride with the Spirit in order to counteract to what evil is doing. And a spirit showed up. A spirit showed up in my vision yesterday. Said, and I can't make this up. Look at that. They'll circle the block 10 or 12 times. That's how it work on the hill. Well, the spirit showed up yesterday claiming that the fallen angels has the light. I like to die laughing. The fallen angel, the fallen angel runs from the light. Oh boy, fallen angel, can bless you with the light. A fallen angel, man. But anyway, I laughed, and it's the 4th of July. Let's have some fun. Let's party. Let's get it in. It is the 4th of July, man. I mean, I just got up here, man. Well, they don't, and this seat is hot. It's hot now. I mean, I'm gonna show you some ridiculous, boy. It's 90 degrees out here. It's 90 degrees. One, why you got on a vest, a bulletproof vest? What are you scared of? Man, why do you have on a vest? What is you scared of? I just see it. And I show you. It's 90 degrees. It's July what? July the 2nd? Man. When you see when you see things, like if you this time of year, and you're in a crowd now, the way things are going, when you see a backpack, you have to you really have to focus a backpack. I mean, it has became the norm now, but 20 years ago you would see a backpack, or anything. I mean, it would cost alarm. People would, man, that backpack under that, I mean, it was closer to 9/11. With 9/11 created a lot of fear, a lot of chaos, a lot of curiosity. I mean, but but when when you do things, imperceivably, you think you're making a hero move, but you creating chaos. And the thing is, whatever you put out, you're gonna receive. And who, and it's a question on who will receive this return to sender. Who will it be? Make no mistake about it. It's a whole heap of people that's behind this. But when you create chaos like that, I mean, it's gonna be returned. I mean, yeah, and the backpack has became normal, especially if you military, and I seen a lot of it out here when I was on the road, backpacks, but I guess we got to go back to the 9/11 days when you have to be cautious. You got to be aware of your surroundings, especially if you are in a crowd. But I mean, my biggest concern is return to sender. You know, that's real. That is real. This is real. And for the young folks that don't understand what I'm talking about, talk to somebody that remember 9/11, and and it'll marinate. It'll come back to you, make you realize, okay, but these are the things that we have to pay for. We, it ain't no me. It's on the back of a few that, and and it's we who is gonna pay the price. We, not the people that stirred up the nest. We got to pay this price. They don't look back twice. They done stirred the nest and they done took cover and they gone. They sitting back and watching the CTT. They watching that and waiting on the reactions. And what they do, they pulling change. They waiting for, you pull a change here, you pull a change there, and you sitting around waiting for the reactions. What that change that you pull, what kind of reaction is gonna create? Is it gonna create habit? I mean, that's why these God gifts cannot be in the hand of everybody, because everybody just don't see life the same. Every soul is not here to protect souls. Every soul out here to, some souls out here to give souls. To protect their own interests, to protect their own butt. We call that sacrifice. Sacrificial lamb. In order for some, and that's the way the spiritual world works. I mean, a lot of people understand. You know where I'm coming from. For those who know, and for those who don't, I mean, it's a lot of strange things are happening, which were predicted last year, year before, and the year before that. All of these things were predicted, what was going to happen, And there's a spiritual calendar, a spiritual guidance, a spiritual enlightenment, input, that'll guide you through it's showing things. And it just so happened that my spiritual input is hot right now, and it's been hot. And it just keep going, and they just keep coming. I'm speaking in riddles, so because a lot of things, a lot of people don't want to know. They don't need to know. I have to talk crazy sometimes, because the truth hurts. The truth, the real truth. And these messages, boy, it's sad. It's sad that the world operate like this, but sacrifice does exist. Wicked people does exist. And it's sad that, the most wicked people are the most trusted, Go figure that out. But I mean, in order to gain attention, to gain the trust, you have to be trusted. Wicked people, that's why it's ways of telling, just by having a conversation. Wicked people. I mean, now, right now, wicked people are passing the bill. A percentage of the people that this bill will help, elevate, get them to where they need to be is less than a percentage, this bill. But and it's a shame that the majority of people that pay taxes, to provide resources to create such bills, will never. It doesn't help them. It don't. And you putting this in the hand of a few that greedy people. It's the majority will never. And it's hurting the majority that pays these taxes. But for the few that's trying to create tax brackets, trying to create trying to create a way, to keep from paying taxes, these loopholes, these are the ones that receive the money. Why the majority of people that pitch in and pay the taxes, we got to suffer. But if you don't pay your taxes, we gonna take your house, we gonna take your home. What is that? Ain't no kings and queens in America. What's going on? There ain't no majestic, ain't no royal families in America. What's going on? We pay the taxes, they spend the money. And we don't get a chance to celebrate our resources. We got to let somebody else create habit that's non-benefiting. It's cutting out all the little resources that we were getting it. You putting it in charge of a very few greedy people that got their hands in your pocket. They got their hands in your pocket, spending your money. Hey, that's your money. You the one paying taxes. But if you fool enough to let them sit there and and America is in need. These days, they are in need. Jobs are leaving. Microsoft is shedding, it's laying off, man. Times are sitting, by the 30s, man, people gonna need any resource or every resource. And here you got a group of people setting it up so they getting it all before 2030 get here, because they know what's going to happen in 2030. America is broke. And they know this. And you keep helping them to taking your money. Which you could, build your own resources, build your own security. But you putting it in charge of people that you can't depend. They showing you time and time again. These people don't care about you. What they do care about is that you help pitch in to build their resources. Help pitch in to build their way of life. You help pitch in for their upcoming. That's what you doing. And they showing you. We don't give a damn what you say. We don't care. Just keep sending that money. These are thugs, man. These are thugs. And now which I hope, but I hate to keep saying that I told you so, but they only elect one person for one reason, to sign. Don't know what the hell is going on. Just anything come in front of them, sign it. I mean, you can't blame them. You don't know, but that's all. That was the need. I tried to tell people that's all this the signing, just sign everything over. You signing America over, signing your resources over, and the elderly, we's in trouble. We's in trouble. We are in trouble. They trying to get rid of all your liability, getting rid of all of your resources. In 5 years, and they know it. They know it. Only a few has to say so over your prosperity, which they trying to figure out a way what we gonna do with this. All of this, these layoffs and cutting. Where that money going? Somebody's in the build them a house. Somebody's in the build them security for the upcoming disparity. That's about and I thought the cutting was about saving money. Yeah, you saving it, but you giving it to certain people. All these people done lost their jobs, and now then created all of this money in taxes. You should give it to a very few. Very few. I mean, just pay attention. Just pay attention to what's going on. These contracts, it's a way to get around the red tape, and to put it into by these contracts, these private contracts. That's the way government works, man. I mean, but the only way, and they should have showed you back in the 90s what the president job now is. All they need is somebody just to sign their way of life. That's all it is. They need a fool just to sign anything, sign everything. And then once you really find out what's really going on, then you want to blame that person that they don't know, they didn't know. Now you want to throw shoes at them. You want to throw eggs at them. They don't know. It's just a privilege to be a servant of the people, in order to be the top servant of the free world. But, I mean, that's what it's all about. What you think tithing is for? I'm going there, yeah. To serve, you serving the servant, the top servant. And that's what all America is serving. You serving the world. That's what you're supposed to be. You collected money to serve the world. While you starve, while you over here living in poverty, you supposed to be living in privilege. you know, well, I mean, you know, uh, and make no mistake about it. I mean, if you live in America, you serve. You know, you are serving. A doctor, what they do? Serve. They servants. Lawyers, they serve. You know, you think you up here on top of the line? You a servant. You know, you call the police. Oh, you serve. Yeah, you. What you think most of the jobs do? They serve. Not only you can, you don't only go to a restaurant, and find a waiter, to get served, but that's part of your job. That's what this country does. It serves, and it started off serving England, British, France. That's what this country was built on, serving them, sending them all the tax money. Now, that what you think independent, why you think you celebrated Independence Day? Why you think this man rolled down the street hollering, the British are coming, the British are coming? What do you think that was about? You know, it was and what's the use of celebrating? I mean, if we, independence. But sometimes I wonder if we are independent, because you got a lot of people just celebrate England and British and giving them all their money. And so I'm kind of wondering, are we independent? But I understand the service part. So I guess we're going to have to really make up our mind if we're going to be servants or free, independent, a nation or a corporation or whatever you want to call it. I don't see no freedom. I don't. I've never been to prison in my life, and I swear for God, I feel like I'm in prison every day. And I'm quite sure the majority of the people that pay their taxes, to earn their freedom, to earn their rights, and just watching them getting taken away. What's the use of you paying taxes for? The people that's creating all this chaos, they trying to figure out a way to get it, and they just keep passing these policies and just because they done already told you that's the way we do it. We figure out a way to not pay taxes. But anyway, y'all, you just keep paying taxes so they can just keep taking them away and misusing them and abusing them, and putting them in the hand of fools that don't, they think that you are blind to their agenda. They really do. They think you're blind. I'm gonna say another word. They think you're stupid. And we got to take this tax money. Do what we want to do with it. And you really don't have no say. It's just like the Declaration of Independence. None of that even exists anymore. It don't exist because and instead of having constituents, we got food. Let's take all their money. And that's what they do. And don't go to jail for it. You do it. You do what they doing now. You try what they doing. People done put in, they done paid for this Medicare and Medicaid, and they done paid for that. That's this odd and this coincidence. Certain people always show up when I come up here. Do you think I know it's a bug somewhere. A GPS, but I just want to. We done been through this before. A lot of us, the young people haven't, but they don't understand about this backpack deal. They don't understand. They don't see anything wrong with it. They never faced terror before. And most of the terror is within. Most of the terrorists are within. And most of the terrorists are your friend. But, we are at a pinnacle time in this country, when you're supposed to be saving money, and that's what the big ruckus is about. You're supposed to be saving money for the taxpayers. You're supposed to be protecting the taxpayer. Now they done created a bill that tops any bill. How you gonna save America? But I guess when you are an American, it's all about saving yourself. But you got to realize that the only way that you can do the things you can do is because of the taxpayers. Now, you about to piss the taxpayers out. The taxpayers ain't, people, when they get to the point that the people won't have the resources to run their own states just because, a few greedy people that's, ignoring the people. It's all about me. It's all about me. It is what it is. But you can't fault no one person. You got to fault. It's a whole group of people behind this. And they showing you who they are. It's a whole group of people. Now you can see why certain people, they love it, man. They love it. That's my guy. But a lot of people that was behind this agenda, they kind of creeping. They trying to just creeping away from it because now their eyes have been open to see what's really going on. And if you can't see it by now, guess what? You're going to see a whole lot of things go wrong. A whole heap of people, boy. This is not a one-man show. They doing some things that'll make a person wonder and say, oh, no. No. Uh, but it's your money. They they threaten you to take it. It's your money. They about to take your resources and it's in to disappear. Just like and right before 9/11, right before 9/11 hit, you know, and they got up in the podium and said, "Well, they missing trillions of dollars, and they don't know where it's at." Deja vu. They missing trillions of dollars, and we can't figure out where it went. Boom! The next day, the next week, or the next thing you know, 9/11. They can't figure it out. But anyway, and it always happen. These big policies and these things they get created during this time of year. In the midnight hour, it kind of throw you off, while you sleep, or they pushing some other agenda to keep, that's the way politics work. Have you looking over him while we do this over there? That's the way it works. But I guarantee you, the effectiveness of it is going to hurt every living, able-bodied, every living taxpayer, especially the taxpayer. I pay my taxes for this. Yeah, it's gone down the drain. We supposed to be saving money. But, you know, but it's nothing new. It's the American way. They telling you to boot over. How far you want me to boot over, Senator? Boot over. But Senator, you my representative. Why should you want me to do this, Senator? Oh, boot over. He telling all of us that. Boot over. Now you can look at and see why they won't. You know, why would you want to be a president? you know, and they gonna do anything anything. But it won't be a wise person. It won't be a person that can think. Trust me. Look at the last few presidents we done had. They want a yes man. Okay, yeah, it is what it is. That's the way the world. They don't. If we not satisfied with your work, and we'll replace you. And that's how they treat kings and queens. If we not satisfied the way you running your country, we gonna replace you. We gonna put somebody here for our agenda, not your agenda. I don't care what country it is. You know, we look. I mean, look at Colombia. Look at Libya. they we you know, but that's only certain countries. A lot of countries don't play that. You come over here with that foolishness you want to. just remember this. America ain't won nothing since World War II. They ain't. Look at the stacks. Since World War II. That's a lot of years ago. Or maybe I might want to renege that. They know they went in the war on taking your tax money and doing foolishness with it. But anyway, that wasn't even my message, man. I just got to see, you know, and that's the way God does. I seen this fella, man. He all military up out here walking for what? I mean, why? What you scared of? You got on all of this PPP. What did you scared of? Got on a vest. Lord. You know, if you need a vest and a gun, I'm gonna put me. If I need a vest and a gun, I don't need to be there. I don't need to be there, cause I'm here to be celebrated, not replicated, not tolerated, but celebrated. Now let that marinate. Y'all have a blessed day.